You are bombarded with infomercials telling you to boost your testosterone, that you need to buy this pill so you can regain back that mojo. But how about instead of having to rely on these testosterone boosters that are not going to work for yourself, that you naturally do it yourself and actually get in better shape after 40 than you did when you were younger? I know that sounds crazy, but it's possible when you actually do it the right way. I'm Lee Agbohlah with LT Performance. In this video, I will share with you how to stay fit after 40 by boosting your testosterone. I'm going to share with you of how I've helped many men in your same circumstance after 40 get in the best shape of their life and be able to do it without having to rely on these quote-unquote testosterone boosters that do not work. I'm talking about doing it naturally, nothing included as far as doing enhancing drugs or anything like that. It's possible if you understand what you need to do with the right actions. And I'm gonna share how easy that is going to be for you. So the first thing you gotta understand, testosterone is important. I'm not here to go around telling you that you don't need to boost your testosterone, but you do. It's not about these testosterone boosters, it's about doing it the right way. Testosterone is that hormone that your body needs to stay at that peak performance for yourself. And being a man, you do need to naturally be able to have that testosterone flowing throughout your body. The first thing to do is something that you should be doing already, but you're not. And that's consistently working out. You need to consistently work out to boost that testosterone. Now, if you are doing your workouts, but you're not consistent or you're not doing resistance training, you are losing out. You need to make sure that you are including resistance training within what you're doing with your exercise. Now, when we are boosting testosterone through our resistance training, that's how you get the effect that you want, where you want to stay lean and fit, right? With having a good amount of muscle mass, you're not looking all flabby there. That's what you do to do the testosterone that you have. Now, resistance training is the resistance that you are training to build that strength and muscle. Now, you don't have to be in a gym to involve resistance training. Now, that of course is the playground that you have the most access to the different equipment, but you can do that simply with just your body weight or doing band exercise or any other accessory that you can create resistance. So if you are someone that is at home, don't feel like you can't do it. You don't need any extra fancy equipment to be able to do that. Resistance training is just applying any type of resistance, which could be your body weight, or as we talked about there, some bands. Now, if you are at the gym, of course, you can use all the different equipment you have, barbells, dumbbells, and cable machines, all those type of things, right, that you have at your fingertips. But you do need to make sure you're consistently doing resistance training so you can be able to boost your testosterone. So we want at least 3 times a week of resistance training. And we want to make sure that we're training the full body. So not just the chest and your arms. You do need to make sure you're getting your legs, getting your back, doing all the muscles in your body to get the true effect that you want within that. And you just need to do it consistently. So at least 3 times a week, nothing crazy. Get a good 30, 15 minutes at least in. If you could do a little bit more, that's fine, but you don't want to overkill it. It does not have to be any crazy workout where you're working out 1 to 2 hours each and every day to be able to do this. You can do it just simply by consistent. So you need to do at least 3 times. 5 will be the sweet spot if you can get up to that. But that would be including doing exercise even outside resistance training, which could be cardio itself. So if you can do it consistently, you're going to get the effect that you want to be able to boost testosterone. That's why you see people in their 40s, if they're killing with their fitness, is because they are doing it consistently. So that's the first thing you got to make sure you do, is consistently do resistance training so you can boost your testosterone. Second thing you need to do is make sure you're getting sleep. I hear it too often that sleep is not a priority because you're so busy, you don't have enough time to get a good quality sleep. Stop that. Do not sacrifice sleep for short-term results. And what I say by that is if you are busy, you have a lot going on, you gotta get everything done within the day. Trust me, I work with all types of people that are very busy, from high executives up to entrepreneurs that have multiple businesses. You can still fit in time to sleep if you understand how to prioritize everything to manage it. You do need to make sure you're getting quality sleep. Why? Because sleep is going to help regulate your body, which is your hormones. So if your sleep sucks, your hormones are sucking as well, which is a big factor in testosterone feeling like it's falling down the cliff. It's because if your habits start getting worse as you age, it creates a bigger effect than when you're younger. You gotta understand, when you are younger, you're naturally flowing a lot of testosterone because you're growing, you're becoming a man, right? But when you're older, you're at a different stage. So it is more crucial that you are actually taking care of yourself a lot better. And sleep is how you recover and regulate your body. So if your sleep sucks, doesn't matter how much you do throughout the day and what you do, it's gonna have an effect on you. So sleep is very important. So we wanna shoot for 7 to 8 hours a night. It's possible if we cut out on stuff that we don't need. If it's not benefiting you, cut it out and put it to your sleep. And that is how you're going to see yourself starting to regulate properly with your hormones. Not just your testosterone, even though this video is focused on it, but you'll notice everything else that you want with your body will be better as well. So let's put in the effort to make sure we're actually focusing on our sleep. And if we want a great quality of sleep, we gotta make sure that we are excluding things that are going to disrupt our sleep. So things like having too much blue light right before bed, eating garbage snacks, things that are stressing you out. You want to be able to be in a great state when you do put your head to rest. That is going to make sure that you have enough sleep, but great quality of sleep. So now that you're exercising consistently, you're getting great sleep, we're boosting testosterone. But there's one other thing we need to do as well to help ourselves. And I'm sure you're aware of your nutrition. So you do need to start eating foods that are packed with nutrients to help yourself with testosterone. If we eat foods that are terrible for ourselves, it has an effect. Why? Because as you start to gain more weight, you're overweight, what are you doing? It's going to affect your testosterone. Being overweight and obese is a negative factor into your testosterone. And within the foods you eat, it's going to directly affect that. So we can get in better shape, which we're going to start doing, right? And we can be fit, we're going to start seeing our testosterone go up. So everything has an effect. If you have poor habits, you notice that stuff going down. And so as you get older, you're thinking that, oh, I naturally cannot boost my testosterone. Problem is, your habits aren't as well as you were when you were in younger days. So you do need to make sure that you are more conscious of the choices you're making. So nutrients packed in high quality carbs, proteins, our different vitamins and nutrients that we need, our vitamin D, our zinc, our magnesium that are packed from the foods that we need to eat more, our green leafy vegetables. These are things that are going to help yourself to be able to boost more testosterone versus foods that are inflammatory that are not as great for us. If we eat too much of that, now our testosterone is tanking. We want it to increase by making sure that we're making the right nutritional choices, which is possible by eating packed foods and nutrients. So think about foods that are high in nutrients or lower in calories, but are packed with tons of vitamins and minerals that we need, which you can do. And if you're having more protein and you're eating more quality sources of non-processed foods, you will see your testosterone start to increase. So that's why you can get rid of the flab and actually turn that into some solid muscle there and look great and also feel great at the same time, because now your testosterone is boosting and flowing at the right levels. So no, you do not need to go to a testosterone booster, or you do not need to go to your doctor to take different therapies to boost your testosterone to be able to do this. It's possible to do it naturally if you understand how to do this. And I believe that you have held yourself back because you think age is a factor. Age is nothing but a number. Let's make sure that we're taking the right habits to boost the testosterone. So we need to do our exercise consistently with our resistance training at least 3 times a week. We need to start sleeping better. We need at least 7 to 8 hours there. And then we need to make better nutritional choices, focus on high protein sources, high nutrients that we have within our non-processed foods, and you will see your testosterone start working for yourself. So make sure that you start putting these actions in here now. you need to like and subscribe. And if you want more resources, head to the links below and I'll help you get there.